Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon, whichever it is for you. This is Holly, and tonight I am going to be making some keychains. But first, I'm going to pour it into my mold. My mold has been washed and dried. You can get this mold on Amazon. I don't remember the price, but I'll try to find it and link it down below. This is the epoxy I am using. I also got it off Amazon. This is part A. And part B. And this, honestly, it is true. It says it has no odor. Come on, camera. There you go. Well, it keeps wanting to go in and out of focus. Anyway, it says it's excellent UV protection, odorless, non-toxic, no VOCs, non-flammable, and bubble-free. Well, the thing of it is that I've already mixed my resin. It does have some bubbles, but not as much as you would think. It has been sitting, I mixed it and it's been sitting probably maybe about 10 minutes. And as you can see, it's almost clear. I've just got to pop it with my, my lighter. And like I said, see, it's very clear and hardly any bubbles at all. So hang on just a minute. I'm going to get the camera set back up so I can have both hands, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, and we are back. Have you seen this sitting over here? This is actually a soap dish I did. I got the soap dish molds off of Amazon. As you can see, I've already used them quite a few times. And I actually enjoy these. There, you just put your molds in there, or put your epoxy in there, color it, or with some pigment or mica or mica powder, and let it go. Now I'm popping this on top. And I've been debating on what color pigment I wanted to use. Now I got this from Amazon as well. And I've already used a few colors, as you can see. And this is the blue, or royal blue. I have black and purple, which I've already used my white. But since Valentine's Day is coming up, I'm actually going to use, let's see. I think I might divide the epoxy. No, I think I'm just going to do all red. Please excuse my cat. He has allergies. So I think I'm going to use red since Valentine's Day is coming up. And I'm just going to add maybe, well, I think I might need to cut the tip off of that first. So make sure that you have your scissors and whatever everything else you're going to need. Make sure you have it handy. Just cut the tip off. No big deal. And I'm going to do about 5 or 6 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll do 7. Well, they're wound up 8. So 8 drops total. And make sure that you put your lids back on. Otherwise your ink will, or the pigment will dry out. And just mix it in there slowly. And that's almost a little too light for me. I like it a little more darker than that. So we're going to add about maybe 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just give it a good mix. Take your time. Don't stress. Add just maybe 5 more because it's still too light for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. When you get your first initial 8 in there, just keep adding your pigment until you get the color that you want. It's getting there. Just make sure my epoxy isn't getting hot, because once it gets hot, it will start setting. Still a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This time I added 10 because, like I said, I wanted a little bit more red, not as see-through. It's starting to look like Kool-Aid. And if anyone has suggestions, please comment down below. Or if you have any questions from me, please comment down below. That's about it's still a little see-through, but it's not as see-through as it was. See? And there is a lot of bubbles, not as many bubbles in there since I've added the pigment. But I think I'm going to add just a little bit of mica powder to it, just to give it a little bit more of a reddish tone, so that way it's not as opaque. Give me just a moment. I have a ton of mica powder, or mica powder, however it's pronounced. Okay. Can't find the red. I don't think I used it all. Since I can't find the red, I'm actually going to use the ruby, and you don't need much at all. Just a smidgen. And some of you are thinking like, oh my god, don't do that. Hey, it's crafting. You won't know until you actually try. So this is Ruby. And it'll also give the letters a more of a little less see-through. So I'm putting probably about that much. You can see that. About that much into the cup. And just give it a good mix. It is nighttime, so it is very quiet in my house right now. Oh, that is so pretty. I hope everyone has had a great weekend. It is almost the end of January. Can you believe that? This year has just absolutely, well, the first month of this year has absolutely almost flew. Sorry, I didn't realize I was out of camera or out of frame. Look how pretty that is. It still has the opaque, but it gave it a little bit more of a shine. So I'm actually going to take this and wipe this off and set it over here for now. And I'm going to take a cup like this. It's just a medicine cup. And you can get these just about anywhere. You can get them at a pharmacy. You can get them at, even on Amazon. I actually got 100 of these on Amazon maybe a year ago. A little over a year ago. And I'm just now getting down to my last 5. So they'll last you a while. So I'm just going to put a little bit in here. And we're going to start pouring it in. So when you do, just squeeze the bottle a little bit and it'll give you like a little, kind of like a little spout. And just fill up the letter. Don't fill it all the way, just part of the way. Got a little bit more there. And if you need to go back and put just a teeny tiny bit more in other spots, that's fine too. I am dripping everywhere. I'm going to try to do as many letters as what I have mixed will let me do. Oops, sorry, I am like in the way. Oh. So I am going to finish filling this up and I will bring you back when I am done. Okay, everybody, I am back. I only had enough resin to do A to S. I started with T, but then I realized I didn't have enough left in the cup. So I'm going to let this sit for 24 hours. It is almost 2 in the morning, so I will come back, or when I get up in the morning, and check these to see how they're doing. They will be eventually made into keychains. Here's an A I did. This one is actually two-tone. This one I made for my cousin, and I hope she likes it. And then this one I did for myself, which is an H. And I just love, 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 love the glitter on this one. And you just take a little drill the hole in it. I took a dab of epoxy and put on the tip as I was putting the screw into it. So that way, you know, it secures it and it's not going to go anywhere. Now this one I didn't do that because for some reason it got really super tight, so I didn't put any epoxy on the screw. So we will come back in 24 hours and see how they do. Have a good night.